You ever say a word so much that it loses its meaning? Inventory. 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 Yeah. It's called semantic satiation. 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 That doesn't make sense. So we get so used to the word inventory as a catch-all that it tends to overtake the meanings of different types of inventory. It just becomes this thing we say. But there really are four main types of inventory. So let's go over that real fast. First, you have your raw goods, which is basically the part or material that goes into whatever you are creating and ultimately ends up a finished product. Now, that definition of a raw good can vary from company to company because one company may bring in the raw good to produce some fasteners and sell it to another customer. And those fasteners might be a raw good that combined with a bunch of other parts is assembled into their finished product. But for your company, the raw good is what you use to produce your finished good or end product. Work in progress. Not all companies have a work in progress, but it is your final result in the in-between state. Maybe there's multiple stages, again, depends on the company, but when all is said and done, you now have a finished good, which is a third type of inventory. This is what you are selling to customers. This is what you are shipping out, is your finished good. And then finally, you kind of have a general category of an MRO good. That stands for maintenance, repair, and operating type of inventory. Whether this is something to maintain machinery, maybe it's even papers for the copier at work. It is a large category, but it is something that your business uses to operate and stay functional on a daily basis. Knowing what each type of inventory is also gives a very quick snapshot for your business of how your workflow is going. So if you have a massive amount of raw materials and there really isn't many finished products, but you always have a ton of raw materials sitting in the warehouse, it sounds like you might have a balance issue of having too much inventory on hand, which means you have too much cash tied up in inventory that's just mostly sitting there. Or on the other end, if you can't get in raw materials fast enough and you have a ton of finished goods, again, it implies that there is a type of imbalance possibly happening in your warehouse or in your just production process that you might want to investigate. Not always, but usually. Knowing what each type of inventory is in your business can help you have a brief idea of how your process is running, but also helps you make sure that you keep everything in its designated place because, well, you need to know what your inventory is. Inventory. 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 I'm James, this is Whiteboard Wednesday. Inventory.